regarding the OBE software, that means outcome-based education software, actually this is a consolidation software. It's take input from question bank generation software, that means QuidSmart I, that which is already presented by Dr. Mendes Jacob. Then we take this particular software take input from ERPs, other software which can provide student information, their backgrounds, their mark information. For example, the mark list generation software. This particular OBE software will interact with all other software to get the data and get a consolidation on various aspects, like various outcome-based outcome attainment, various administrative report, how the policy get in affected on student performance. For example, the usage of usage of mobiles in the campus, in campus hours, or the intake policy, how much the percentage of local students, percentage of NRI students, and all the this is the consolidation phase where we are able to get the effect of all the policies we are taking, or and that's one side. In second side, we are able to get the attainment of each student in each outcome, for example, POs and PSOs and course outcome. And this is a broad categories of reports. For example, I will introduce one by one. This is the broad categories of report, and so there's a student progression report. Second is slow learners report, or can be advanced or can be moderate learners report, depends on the needs. Next is outer analysis report, the performance of students, the performance of management, like that. Next is administrative report. This is a broad categories of reports available with this software, or which can be generated from this software, particular software. Before going through this particular reports in one by one, I will introduce the software in nutshell, and how we can interact and what's the data it takes, like that. And this is software interface, like every authenticated system having authentication mechanisms. It's basically an authorization authentication principle based software, and we are authenticating with a particular username and password. And this is a faculty dashboard. We will here we will be two sets of courses, that is chief examiner courses and examiner courses. Chief examiner courses are the courses where this particular faculty is designing the outcome or inputting the outcome and designing the assessment strategies. And the examiner courses are the courses where this particular faculty is uploading the marks, basically the assessment marks. And this is the two categories role, and we will go with administrative examiner role. And since okay, this is its first task, and in this particular software, the basic interaction start with the uploading or feeding the course outcome. Suppose I'm the faculty, for example, Nimin Sun is a faculty who is in charge of academic and professional English. This is a course which we taught in the second semester of BCA, and the faculty interaction start with the uploading the course outcome. And this is a fully populated data. So this is a course outcome which he has uploaded, and 6 course outcome available for this particular course. It is already I guess the course outcomes, the program outcome, you're familiar with these terms in previous section. And we can upload through either to direct interface, for example, like direct interface using course outcome, code and outcome, and a target. I hope you're familiar with the concept of target. Then, or you can upload through an Excel file. And once the course outcome has uploaded, the next task of faculty is to design assessment strategies. That is a components and criteria. And these are the component and criteria page. This is a fully populated page. And in nutshell, the component and criteria is a set of assessment which we use to assess this particular course. For example, number of the assignments, the model exams, internal examination, and the OBE only examination. That means to improve the certain the assessment which we use to improve certain outcomes, and the seminars, workshop, all the components comes. This is a comprehensive list of all the assessments which we use to assess this particular exam course. And here also the multiple options are there. We can upload either to a template or we can upload to interface. So we will write the component like assignment or seminar on, like that, and whether it is a direct component or indirect component, and what will be the type, that means internal, external, or OB only type, and the different criteria. And for example, since if it is an assignment, there will be an introduction part. For example, this criteria is nothing but a rubrics kind of thing, and introduction, body, the observations, conclusion, like that, the criteria can come. And for each criteria, we need to map with the corresponding COs, the COs which is already defined for this particular course, with a rate of, with a scale of 4. And normally we are using this scale of 4 with the 0 for non-observation, that means no correlation, and 1 for minimum correlation, 2 for moderate, and 3 for strong. The same methodology which which the Dr. Mendes Jacob has explained for question paper generation software. And for each, the most important thing, for each criteria, there will be a taxonomical references. And for while handling each criteria, there's a core important point. While handling each criteria, there should be a linkage with the taxonomy. And what level the learning happen, or what extent the learning can happen. This is a core the core principle in while adding the criteria. So we need to mark what is taxonomy. Then we need to mark the corresponding outcome. That means for to each outcome, it's contribute more, like that we need to mark. And this is a fully populated components and criteria, and this is nothing but the CO linked course plan. And I guess you are familiar with this, the term CO linked course plan in the previous section. And this is nothing but the CO linked course plan, which are what are the assignments, sorry, what are the components, and what are the criteria which is used for assessing that particular component, and its taxonomy, and its mark or weight. It can be, if it is a grading system, it will be weight. Then corresponding is the correlation or weightage on different course ordinals, 1 to 6. 1 to 6 is nothing but the course outcomes. Once the components are designed, next task will be the mapping between POs and outcomes. So this is the interface where we map POs with outcome. So for example, this is the first CO, and we are mapping with, this is a dummy data. We are mapping with POs. For example, there are 9 POs are available, PO1 to PO9, and this is a correlation which we assigned for this particular PO. The same way, the next task will be the mapping of outcomes with the PSOs. PSOs is nothing but program specific outcomes, and we are mapping each outcomes the corresponding PSOs. By this step, we are completing the assessment part of a particular course. Next step will be the mark uploading phase. And mark can be uploaded in multiple ways. For example, this is a historical data. Suppose we are calculating the OBE for a historical data. We can calculate we can upload the mark in a single Excel sheet. That, for example, this is a single Excel sheet, and this will list the students and its registration number, and it will list all the criteria of each and every components. And he can upload the marks through a direct entry and upload the Excel file. Through this method, we can upload. Suppose if it is a live batch, for example, currently we are engaging this particular courses. That means currently we are engaging second semester of BCA program. Then we can upload one by one. For example, after conducting after having an assessment on composing content, then we can after the completion, we can upload its mark. For example, through a direct Excel file. This will contain a simple the criteria-wise Excel sheet, and this is fully populated data. And we will upload the criteria of each and every student with a corresponding mark in each criteria. Okay, this is a second approach. Otherwise, we can upload the mark for each criteria. So if we are handling criteria level, we can upload the mark in criteria wise, and this is a criteria wise assessment. And this is a component, and this is a criteria, and we can upload the marks in criteria wise. By this, after uploading the entire marks, for example, we can see the status by number of enrolled students and number of uploaded marks. We can see all are in green. That means all the marks are uploaded for this particular courses. Once we have done that, the faculty responsibilities are over, at least for data entry side. Next section will be the attainment calculation and report generation. So this is once we have uploaded the data, we can go for a calibration option. That means calibration is nothing but we are calculating the attainment, COs, course outcomes, POs attainment, PSO attainment, taxonomy attainment for this particular course. Since it's a populated data, we are able to see the attainments for this particular course in each and every outcome. For example, this is a class average, and this is an outcome he has attained for this particular course. And this is a taxonomical attainment for this. Remember, taxonomy, his attainment is 2.5, 2.57 is the class average. Likewise, the PO attainment, PSO attainment, we can this report will be directly available to the faculty members. And the final consolidation report, this is a final consolidation report. The marks in green indicate the targets are achieved. Marks in a kind of reddish color indicate the targets have not achieved. For example, for CO1, we have set the target 60, and the percentage of pass, the percentage of attainment is 90. That means 90% student has achieved the target 60. And this is a report. And this is, and the core concept of OB actually starts from this particular moment. And for example, consider the case of CO3. See, in CO3, that percentage of pass is just 17.5%. That means only 17% of students have passed CO3. That means something happened with the assessment of, or with the learning of course outcome 3. And this is the indication for the faculty members to improve the assessment, or to improve the teaching and learning strategy to gain a better target achievement. That means we can introduce few OB only component for improve the performance of CO3. For example, if CO3 is nothing but write effective thesis statements, there's a CO3, and the report shows that the students are not good in CO3. So we can conduct a workshop, or we can spend more time on thesis writing, example workshops, seminars, like that, and we can improve the students' attainment. And we can track each and every student who is failing. For example, for this particular student, he has failed in all the outcome attainment. So this can be this is another variant of report, and it will be available as an outlier report or slow line report, inconsistent report. It will be available in multiple places, and we can see that this particular student has failed in all the outcomes, and this is indication where we need to design certain strategies to handle this student, or the student who has failed in multiple outcomes. So that's why the system is called assurance system. It tracks every student and strategies a better alternative, better assessment or better teaching methodology to improve their education. Probably they need different teaching strategies. Probably they need a one-to-one interaction or something, depending on the students' cases. So this is a core concept. This is a core concept of the OBE, and by this the responsibility related to this particular faculty is over, and we are moving towards the second set of report. That means we are moving with the consolidation report. How the student perform in each semester. For example, first semester performance, and this is a performance of first semester. This is a consolidation report. This is a performance of Abhijit Pradeep in first semester in the BCA batch, and this is a consolidation for the first semester. And for this particular student, he has failed only in the course outcome 6, and this is a percentage of uh, taxonomical contribution for this semester assessment, and this is a score and the attainment, the cumulative score, cumulative average, then the PO consolidation, the POs he has attained, and this is a contribution, this is attainment, and this is trend. In the first semester, we are not able to get a trend for a student. In second semester onwards, we will be able to get the trend, and the PSO consolidation, and this is a PSO consolidation attainment, and his cumulative score and the trend. When we are coming to the second semester, we will able to get the trend of this particular student. For example, this is the consolidation of second semester for this same student, and this is his attainment. He is failing in CO3. Then this is his attainment on taxonomical consolidation, and see the trends are going downward. That means while comparing with the first semester, his performance is getting low for the taxonomical consolidation, and in PO consolidation, that is while for achieving the program outcomes, he is moving upward. That means he is showing a progressive trend, and PSO consolidation, same also a progressive trend has shown for this particular student, and this is the consolidation for each and every semester. And we can next thing will be the progression stage. The progression stage will be the progression report says how the student progress each and every semester, and this is a reports, and this is a semester report, and this is an average report, that means class average. And in first semester he has started, for example, the remember taxonomy, he has started with a 2.5 score, and while in the second semester he is almost maintaining the score, but come to the fifth semester his score has come down. That means his learning shows some kind of inconsistencies. The same is applicable for understand, apply taxonomies, and everywhere in the fourth semester or fifth semester his score has come down. That means something happened with that particular student in the fourth semester. The same is for the program outcomes. This is a scoring pattern. Second semester, third semester is coming down everywhere. In the fifth semester, it's coming down. And this is a program specific outcome. For example, PSO1, here also showing the same trend. And since it's this particular course has complete data, that's why we are able to get the data for first semester to sixth semester. And suppose if it's a live data, and currently this batch is in second semester, we will get the data up to second semester. All the remaining data will be 0. That means it's a real-time reporting or analytical tool which help us to track the movement, track the progression of student every semester. Actually, it's not every semester, every week actually, because the system is able to calculate the performance of student in every week. Suppose we have done an assessment this week, and next week, that means by next Monday, system will be able to get the score, get the attainment score for that particular student by next Monday. So we will be able to track the student real time, and in every semester, since it has a complete data, it's showing every semester's data. And I guess this kind of reports will be much more beneficial for IQAC team, even parents. Suppose we are providing as access to this particular software for parent, they will be able to get the track of their student performance in each and every semester or each and every week in exact time. And this is the progression report. And next one will be the summary report. And what is his scoring pattern? Anyway, the trend will be same, because we are seeing the data of all same student, the Abhijit Pradeep, and this is attainment. And while coming, this is the real data. While coming to the 5th semester, his scoring has come down. This is a taxonomical level. This is a program attainment or PO attainment progression level. Then PSO attainment progression. This is a PSO attainment in 1st semester. And coming to the 6th semester, he has shown some improvement. But in 5th semester, he has come down for PSO1. Like that, this can be, this report will be available. Will be available to the student and the faculty in charge of a particular batch and HODs. And much more interesting report will be, suppose the HOD in charge of a particular department or management in charge of the management who is responsible for monitoring a particular batch can see the progression of a batch itself. This is the progression of 2018 BCA batch, the 1st semester batch performance, 2nd semester batch performance. Likewise, they will be able to get that. They will be able to track the performance of in their batch in real time. This also will be this data will be populated by in real time. That means every week. Say what I am, because in real time means it is populated every second actually. And since there's a huge data computation happening in the backend, and since suppose we are tracking the computation for every student, that means suppose the institution have a 2000 student in a particular year, the computation will be 2000 into in exploration of 10 or 15 range. That much computation will happen in the back end. So we are pipelining the computation and make it available in every week. That's optimal performance, optimal optimization of computational workloads. So we will be able to track the performance of batch in every week. That means probably every Monday. And the HOD or IQAC team or the management person can track the performance. And if it's going down, see in taxonomical level or PSO level, if it is going down, they can initiate some alternative. They can introduce some training programs, workshops, and the core idea is what is we are able to get the idea of what is happening with the running batches and what are the alternative. It's not a blind approach. See here, the PSO5, the sustainability values is a consistent performance. It can be improved anyway. It's almost a consistent performance. So, but in PSO8, it's having a better dip, or it's going for a dip in 3rd semester. So there should be an alternative mechanism to improve the performance, improve the outcome attainment. That means the teamwork and leadership. Probably we can have a workshop or for example, a team-centered interaction or a TCI or NLP training or something we can introduce in 3rd semester and improve the performance. And the core idea is we are not doing any blind approach. We are using a systematic approach to find out the performance and what's happening with the system in real time and finding out the solution. That's a core idea of OBE software. And we are coming to the common reports. We have seen the student progression and progression reports. Next is that is a major report. Next category is a report of slow learner report. Slow learner report is nothing but the learners who have scored very less in lower level learning domain, and they are scoring very less in scoring much better in lower level learning domains and scoring very less compared to the scoring very less in high order learning domain. I'm sorry, I'm clarifying it again. The slow level learners are categorized as the learners who have scored very less in lower level learning, higher score very less in higher level learning domains and score much better in lower level learning domain. Those are slow learners, and the system is able to generate the slow slow learners through the predicative analytics. And this is a report generated through our system. For example, this is the report generated from John Anthony in third semester. This is a score. This is a scoring pattern, and see in lower level learning domain, the scoring is much better compared to the high order learning domain. That means apply and analyze and evaluate and create the high order learning domains. Scoring is much better in lower level learning domains, and it's not appreciable in high order learning domain. And this is a cumulative performance in semester wise, and this is observation we have made. That means this case scoring pattern shows that more than 60% of mark contribution in learning domains remember and understand. This is a one class of slow learner identification, and system will be able to generate this kind of slow learner report in real time. That means every week to improve to track the student and to improve their performance. This is more important because this is a direct question. That means NAC manual, the 2.2.2, there's a criteria dealing with slow learner. How do we handle? How do we identify slow learner? What are the measures we have taken for slow learners? This particular reports and methodologies will complete match with that criteria. And the same way we can identify. We will be able to identify advanced level learners and moderate level learners. Next is outlier analysis. Outlier analysis is nothing but a student who shows inconsistent performance. For example, he is performing well on internal assessment or internal examination, or perform very low in external examination, or in reverse. For example, they perform well on external examination, but perform below average on internal examination, or perform well for a particular subject, perform well for a semester, and perform weak in a perform much. His performance will be below average for a particular semester and above average for another set of semester. There can be n number of outlier analysis reports available with the system, and this is a sample outlier analysis report, and this is a Jewel Elizabeth for a second semester, and this is outlier report or inconsistent report we can say, and this is a direct assessment method. That means internal examination his scoring pattern is very high, and in external examination his scoring pattern is very less. That means she may be afraid of external examination, or valuation may be tied, or some kind of issues, or the valuation of internal examination may be right. In multiple way we can analyze this particular scenario. Anyway, his or her learning pattern doesn't show any consistency. That's the core idea of outlier analysis. And this is a class average performance, and this is observation made from the system. His scoring pattern does not show any consistency over different assessment methods. This report is generated because different assessment methods doesn't show any consistency. That means there's a significant variation in the assessment of internal and external. Internal scoring much better, and external scoring lower compared to other assessment strategies. That's the core idea of outlier analysis. And next is administrative report. Administrative report is n. Here also we have n number of, or n layer of n derivative reports available. Once we integrate, or once we are able to get the data from an existing ERP, for example, multiple institutions have ERPs running. Suppose we are able to get the information from the ERPs regarding their parents' education, their natives, their locality, and their other information. Suppose their financial references, and this will help us to generate the n number of report, for example, excellency report, trend report, pattern reports. These are the core, the border administrative reports available with the system. For example, suggestion report. Suggestion reports are reports which is available, which is generated to create an awareness of the what will be the best assessment strategies, for example. And this is the core operation will be who is the faculty, or which are the faculties who perform well in the previous academic years, and based on that the suggestion report will be generated for a particular, for example, for a program subject. This can be the better generate, for example, programming subject, the observation we have learned from the data. So such kind of suggestion report can be generated. And pattern of trend report, for example, the 2018 batch, the performance is like that, and 2019 batch, the performance is like that, and we need to change this kind of thing. For example, we need to change the intake policy. We suppose all the students are of having the marks of 95% mark in qualifying examination, the batch performance will be much lower compared to the other batch. That kind of reports already available. That's why I say, and that kind of trend and pattern report can be generated, and the management of the stakeholders can take necessary actions for incorporating the better attainment. Okay, these reports are generated to meet the needs of NAC and various other auditing, for example, NAC, NBA auditing purposes, and for the quality improvement purposes, basically. And these are the a common idea or overall concept of OBE assessment software.